Hi, I'm Carrie Johnson and you're watching Carrie Talks on TDZdaily.com. So because Valentine's Day is coming soon, I decided I was going to make a video all about single people. So here are my top 5 picks for movies and TV shows that will help you forget about your relationships. And instead we can focus on more important things like self-esteem, higher education, rich kid drama, and of course, beautiful men who are fighting for your affection. Here are my top 5 picks for single people. My first pick for favorite movies as a single person is Bridget Jones' Diary. Bridget gets it. She's one of us, she is us, and I love watching her awkwardly suffer through the real world. Bridget faces a single life in very realistic ways. She wears granny panties, has depressing drunken nights at home alone, and almost, but not quite, love connections that don't exactly boost her self-esteem. What's nice about this movie is being able to watch a person who's not so perfect deal with trying to date. When I'm single, I don't care about other perfectly hot single women. I don't want to watch them parade around dating multiple people at once while I'm dating no one. It's not fun. But watching Renee Zellweger as a character like Bridget Jones totally and definitely is. See, reality is fun, unless you're watching Gossip Girl. Then I would much rather watch them. Gossip Girl is for single girls because we get a chance to focus on things besides actually being single. I get to watch rich girls buy rich people clothes and do rich people things. It's like Sex and the City without the commitment or actual adult problems. Gossip Girl's fun because it's a no-brainer, and Blake Lively happens to be one of my favorite girl crushes, so I would pretty much watch her in anything. But again, with this show, I can focus on meaningless dramas of high school, and the occasional party with a storyline that's not so difficult to follow, so I can still play on Tumblr without missing anything. So not only am I forgetting I'm alone on Valentine's Day, I'm also being productive, so bonus points for that. On to number 3, Legally Blonde. This is such a classic. This movie is an important staple as a single woman because it's good to remind yourself that you are worth more than your relationships. This movie encourages us that just like Elle, we can pick ourselves up and take over Harvard Law. Well, thank God for her and all of her pink clothes and her small dogs, showing us that we can not only get what we want, but we can get who we want. All it takes is a few depressing weekends at home, throwing chocolate at TVs to regroup ourselves, and then we can get out into the real world taking it by storm. Which, as long as we're taking over our lives, dominating with success and education, we should also take a moment to remind ourselves that love and relationships can be a real pain, and aren't always as fun as they're cracked up to be. In my number 4 pick, I'm choosing my favorite romantic comedy, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I love this movie because it's simple, direct, and once again, easy to watch. I like it because for once the main character isn't a crying, desperate, lovesick puppy willing to do anything to win the affection of a man. Instead, she's trying to get rid of him. And for that reason alone, I think all of you single people out there should watch this movie and be reminded that love is a battlefield. Don't take it so seriously. Don't be down just because you're alone. And whatever you do, feel free to let that love fern die. And lastly, my ultimate single person must-watch TV show is The Vampire Diaries. This show is not to be confused with the same rehashed dramas of high school teens. That was Gossip Girl. This show, and I will proudly say it, is a good TV show. The storyline has real depth and unique twists that just pull you right into it. And if you're single, there might be a chance that you're a little mentally unstable emotionally. And without fail, this show is going to be too much for your single person heart to bear, but you're going to love it. And as if a cast of extremely beautiful men and women wasn't enough reason to hate your own life, they will actually make you feel even worse because the two main characters, Damon and Stefan, are actually both endlessly in love with Nina Dobrov's character, Elena. You will watch them fight for her relentlessly, and it will make you pleasantly depressed that no one loves you the way that they love her, which is why, again, you have to watch it. This show is a perfect show that you can cry yourself to sleep to at night, bawling your eyes out that no one feels this way about you. Or I guess you could actually be using it to help yourself, raising your own standards so you can find a man who loves you the way that they should. Because let's face it, we all know we want to be loved the way that Damon loves Elena.